Hello, YTPC. Don't look now. It's the gentleman scholar. Excuse me. I know it's been a while since my quote unquote reintroduction video. Feels like 1,000 years ago. Thing is, folks, sometimes I just don't feel like I can contribute anything to this conversation. Pipe smoking or just slices of my life. I just don't find myself all that interesting, to be quite honest. Excuse me again. Did I pack this wrong again? Probably. Can't get it anymore. Remember a few months back we had that huge tobacco gate. I can't even remember the brand anymore, but certain blends weren't going to be made anymore, and oh my God, everyone had a take on it. The whole pipe smoking world just reeled. Then I found out. I went to Pipes and Cigars to order some for a fellow pipe smoker friend of mine, and find out that this is no longer made. That's gonna suck for me because that's my go-to. Oh well, shed a tear. Just want to say hello, really. Um, Sometimes when you don't think you have anything to say, maybe that's the best time of all to turn on the camera. That's all you have to do is puff. Couple shout outs first. I'm really having fun watching a Parsons Progress. That's Kevin the pig next door. When they got Kevin, they thought they were buying a micro pig. He's not a micro pig. He's big. He's a big pig. I don't. He seems friendly, but I don't have to raise him. Um, he gored one of the. He gored the wife over there about, I want to say, about a year ago. Required a little ER time. They have a farrier come out like once a year or so to get those tusks down, which is cool, I guess. But I never want to go any further than a cat. Just put it that way. Anyway, life has been kind of heavy this last month or so. I won't get into all that because I'm trying to keep it light and reasonably happy, non-controversial. But the Parsons Progress, he's a jolly fellow, what I consider to be a true English eccentric. Um, I'd like to think I'm part of his wee congregation. He's a joy to listen to. He's got a cat of his own. He just got Monty, and it's basically just a Father John, Catholic priest, basically restoring an old cottage, the best way he knows how. While he basically operates out of a caravan, what we would call an RV, recreational vehicle, on his property. And so he just basically shares with us his progress as he does that. Occasionally he reads us some stuff from his novel, Hunter's Moon. He's a very interesting fellow. Uh, Public school educated, you can tell. Actor. He dips in and out of accents pretty well. His holy roller, I forget the name of the sect, but his holy roller Southern Baptist Pentecostal preacher accent is hilarious and completely on point. Who else? Pilgrim Piper, very nice guy. Acadian, down in Louisiana. Dig his accent. He also speaks a little bit of French. He has good, genuine, down home, folksy, homespun tales of his life and adventures and his search for divine purpose. I'm not a card carrying Christian either, and so those are two basic religious religious minded people that I follow, but they're unconventionally religious, which is very much appreciated. There's no Bible thumping, there's no judgment, there's no my way or the highway type stuff. Amen. So don't we have enough of that in this world already? I'm keeping check of the clock here because I don't want to go too long. I know I haven't done a video in a while, but all I have to do is smoke properly. I've ditched the BookTube channel only because I'm not a total attention whore or anything like that, but the work outlay wasn't matching the response. So there's been some of you here on this side on the YouTube YTPC side that have been great. Pipe smoking beekeeper, you've been one of them. Very receptive, and I like doing it. But when I read a book now, I don't feel like doing a book report. I did that stuff in school, and I don't feel like summing it up. I'll keep posting on Facebook, covers of the books that I read. But if you're curious, I'll let you know what it's all about. It's a way of tracking the book more than anything else, like on Goodreads and whatnot. Just finished another Inspector McLeavy novel. Third one, Trick of the Light. Thing is, David Ashton, who did the radio plays a couple decades back, is now recycling those radio plays for novelization, and he mixes and matches his plot so that what you read over here kind of reminds you of a couple plot points from two different radio plays over there on BBC. On the the BBC productions. Brian Cox stars as the titular character, and he's excellent, but sometimes I confuse the two narratives. So, to use multiversal talk, the radio adventures are Earth 1 Inspector McLeavy, and the novel adventures are Earth 2 Inspector McLeavy. Similar, but yet different. Things playing out in different sequences. One informs the other. I guess it's sort of like, when you read Lord of the Rings and then see the movies, there's like overlap and then deviations, that kind of thing. Going to a funeral later this month, I think a week from this coming weekend. I don't want to get into the gory details of that, but it's really got me to thinking. Someone younger than me, too, which really gives you pause for thought. In case you thought that life had any sort of narrative, or you had any misconceptions about how things should go, according to the cosmic showrunner, however you want to call it. So I'll be making a run up to Quebec for that one. Maybe after a while I'll tell you about it, but right now it's just a little too raw. So what else has been going on? Oh yes, working, of course. Excuse me. Just doing one-day trips, and all throughout the summer there hasn't been one damn day that I have not been delayed, and it's all mostly due to weather. Mother Nature does not want to cooperate. So, just kind of dealing with that, repeating the snack options over and over and over and over again and try to keep your patience. I really shouldn't complain because I don't work very many days during the month, and it really is, let's face it, a relatively easy job compared to some of the others out there, mentally and physically. Huh. Anything else I wanted to say? Have to say I've been doing, with the exception of maybe 10 days, this entire year thus far, I've written every day in my notebook. It's like it's exercising a muscle. I no longer fear writing. The resistance kind of creeps in when I'm drinking my first cup of coffee, but I've developed into a routine. That first cup of coffee is free. After that, uh, that pen hits the notebook and you go. And whatever I write about, I write about. It could be fiction. It could be me testing out some character. But it's mostly nonfiction essays, I have to say. But I guess I'm afraid to start a fictional story because, oh my god, that seems like so much work. I have to figure out what the characters are going to do and how the plot's going to go and etc etc etc. And anything, if you know Gary, anything that seems like work, he's going to twirl away from and find a million other excuses not to do it. Like this. Cool, I can burn some more of my clothes. Awesome. I've been pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Intermittent. Bill's working on dinner. I've been pretty intermittent with the pipe videos. It's all down to mood, who I feel like seeing, which narrative I want to hear, how long I want to watch, all that kind of thing. I'm very unstructured and I'm very undisciplined in that way. Wish I were more. I admire some of you folks out there who just bang one out on the regular. Even like have it coded to the days. Like Piper X1X is very good for that. I thought I had a Falcon for Falcon Friday, but I'm reaching. Oh no, it's a mirror line. I think it's a poker. I guess you folks out there know better than I. I'm still making this whole thing up as I go along. Anyway, I honestly can't think of anything else right to say right now. Of course, once I shut the thing off, then I'll think of a million things to say. But I will say this about myself. I'm going to pat myself a little bit on the back. Because in dealing with the mundane things of life, the everyday things that I never really thought I was good at, running a household or repairing things that need repaired, I seem to be taking that more in stride. Back in the day, back in my younger days, stuff like that would have sent me livid and swearing and screaming at the heavens, yelling at God, just for relatively minor inconveniences. But yesterday, I'm taking off out of my car and, oh geez, I got a flat. And I'm like, okay, taking my husband to Home Depot to take care of one thing. And I'm like, okay, well, it's almost completely flat. I'm just going to drive it to the dealership and get it fixed, which I did. They squeezed me in. It didn't cost that much. And problem solved. I solved the problem like a normal person. Normal person. Which was, I'm glad I was able to do it. Surprised me a little bit. I'm just glad. I guess age brings that kind of mellowness, that wisdom, for which I'm grateful. But anyway, I'm going on 15 minutes here, and I don't want to exceed 15. I just want to say hello. Hello, YTPC. Shout out some people. Just let you know I'm still here. And hope you're all doing well. It's 2025. It's turning out to be quite a lot. Odd years always seem to be. Okay, 1437 coming up on. I'm going to call it quits. Take care of yourself, folks, and we'll speak to you soon. À la prochaine.